Hey there, my name's Nadernejad and I fix reputations while traveling the world and running my digital marketing agency. Today I am in Bangkok, Thailand. Just woke up. It was a 20-hour, I'm talking about 20-hour plane ride yesterday, and then an additional 4 hours. So it took me 20 hours to get to China and another 4 to 5 hours to get to Bangkok. So it's warm here. I'm talking 30s, maybe 31, 32 degrees today. And it's raining because we're at the tail end of the monsoon season here in Thailand. Check out all the rain. The trees are green right now. It's a great time of year to just come and visit. It is going to be a bit rainy, so you want to be able to bring an umbrella and keep all of your things dry, especially because I bring electronics everywhere I go. But other than that, it seems like a great time to visit. So right now I'm in the Ladprao area of Thailand. A lot of people who come here and visit will stay in the more touristy areas where there's a lot more things happening, where Sᴜᴘᴜᴏ is. So Sᴜᴘᴜᴏ is one of the areas that a lot of tourists come, and Khao San Road. These are two of the areas where a lot of people will come to go to the go-go bars or go to the crazy places to experience, you know, the Thailand that we see in the movies. But right now I'm in Ladprao, so I'm a little bit out of the area. I'm going to show you around and tell you about some of my first impressions. 2 days after my birthday, I spent about 20 hours on that flight, and it was tiring, it was exhausting, but when I finally got here, I was so excited. So I've been looking around, checking out the different sois, and sois are like streets, small streets in Bangkok, and they are everywhere. So when you come here, you might not be used to the fact that there's so many different roads. You know, in a country like Canada or America, you only have a few streets, long streets, big things are spread out. But here in Thailand, everything, there's so many streets. So because Bangkok has so many sois, soi 1 all the way up to 100, who knows, maybe 200, hundreds and hundreds of different little streets, you may get confused about where you are. So that was one of my first impressions. There are so many streets here in Bangkok, and it's very easy to get lost. But after downloading the Grab app, the Grab app helps you get anywhere by taxi, helps you get anywhere by one of these bikes, and someone will come and pick you up. It makes it a lot easier to actually get around and see where you're going. So driving around Bangkok or being on a bike is really going to help you understand where you're at. The second thing that struck me is the 7-Eleven. There's so many 7-Elevens here, and they're super convenient. You know, in Canada, oftentimes you're going to get really inflated prices for stores, but here in Bangkok, 7-Eleven the locals go to as well. In the middle of the night when they're drinking and just want something else, you know, a snack to munch on, or even if they just want to pick up water or supplies like that. The third thing that struck me about Bangkok is the coffee. If you order coffee here, it's often going to come cold, poured over ice, and it's strong. It's very similar to a Vietnamese coffee. I honestly think the taste of the coffee here is much better than it is in Canada. I'm not sure whether that's because they're using condensed milk or if that's the actual roast of the coffee bean, but it is super delicious. Saudi Cup. Another thing is the street food. There's so much of it and it's delicious. I just picked up this chicken right now. That is really good. And so the Ladprao area of Bangkok is kind of away, like I said, from all the other tourist things. What I love about this is it's actually really fairly quiet. I can go out, it may be a long ride, it might be a little bit expensive, but compared to being in the tourist area, I actually am saving money because a hotel down there is gonna be maybe 100. Down here, it's a lot less. But the transportation is actually quite cheap, so I might be spending around the same amount. I'm kind of glad that I picked an area that's outside of the very tourist places because I'm able to come back here, relax, you know, watch a little bit of TV, get my work done for my clients, and then go back out. I'm kind of away from the craziness, which is really nice. So I know a lot of you are going to be asking about the people. The people here are very friendly, they're very hospitable, they're always smiling. So I just finished eating my chicken. Let's go back up to my room. I'm going to tell you about some other things that really stunned me about this city, and then let's talk about the future. One first impression of Bangkok I need to mention is rainy season and the weather. So I came at the end of August, which is the tail end of rainy season. August, September, it is quite rainy, it is quite I wouldn't say dull outside, but it's cloudy. It's cloudy outside. And one thing I actually like about rainy season is that the sun's not beating down on your head all the time. It reminds me of Halifax. Don't get me wrong, I like the sun, but I'm not sure if I would enjoy it as much in Bangkok. Here I just have to cope with some dampness, some wetness. It's maybe 28 to 32 degrees, so it's actually quite fine. I'd say the second you arrive, especially if you're Canadian, the heat's gonna get to you. You're gonna be like, okay, I'm hot. But after 3 days, as long as if it's sunny, you're wearing sunscreen, or if you're actually, you know, coming in to cool off and drinking water and staying hydrated, it's so important to stay hydrated here, then you're gonna be absolutely fine. One thing about Bangkok is the service. When you go to a restaurant, or if you're gonna go get food, and I'm not talking about upscale place that caters to tourists, but if you're gonna go get food at a local place, what's it gonna be like? So the first thing is, if you ask for beer, they're gonna pour the beer for you first. So if they give you the bottle, they're gonna come back with a cup. Don't start drinking from that bottle. Wait and see if they're gonna give you a cup, because they probably are. They're gonna come with a bucket of ice, drop some ice in there, and they actually pour the beer over ice. Trust me, you might not think that's good, but it's really good, and it really goes with Leo beers and the sort of beers that they have here in Bangkok. I really like their beer, and I definitely recommend that you try them. Service. People generally won't come back to your table multiple times and check on you, so if you need the waiter, just learn how to say excuse me or sorry or go "katot crap" and just call them over and tell them that you need something, and they'll be happy to look after you. Be sure to smile and use the word crap. Crap is just, it makes sentences polite. Last first impression I think you should note before you come here is the traffic. If you're in a non-touristy area, or even if you're in a touristy area, but you have to cross roads and sois and walk down different alleys, there's gonna be motorcycles everywhere. In traffic, there's gonna be cars, motorcycles, a whole bunch of things happening, and they just go like a school of fish. So you have to really look around and gauge your timing for when you're going to cross the road, when you're going to go places. If you don't look, you will get hit by a car. You will get hit by a motorcycle. It's not like the other videos that I made about Canadian cities. People will not stop for you here. So you should really pay attention. And that's just the way it is. It's not necessarily a wrong way. It's just a different way of doing things. So I would really look around and make sure you're being careful before running out into the street, or even walking down a small alley, because motorcycles go down there too. Sometimes 5, 6, 7 of them. So if you're planning to go to Bangkok, Thailand, or see any of the world, be sure to smash that subscribe button. I'm going to be pumping out more content like this and trying to help people moving around the world and working online. So I'm working with my clients right now. I'm going to go and do some work. Be sure again to drop me any comments down below if you have questions. And as always, thank you for watching.